Hi guys, sold to Mafia leader for money. What the hell is happening in this house? A deep angry voice boomed inside the Kim mansion, and everyone present there froze. Kim Taehyung, the Mafia leader who is the cruelest, coldest, and dangerous, just entered inside his mansion after finishing his mission, and that's not the scene he was expecting. His massive living hall is covered with feathers. His expensive masterpiece decorations are broken. His Vincent van Gogh paintings are burned completely, and two wild cats are fighting. Wait, two women are fighting. He removed his gun, which was tucked in his pants, and shooting, aiming at each of their legs. His guards, maids, and those wild women all groaned in pain, falling on their knees in front of him in deep earth shattering fear. Jimin, they shouted to his assistant, who came forward. Yes, sir, Jimin whispered, mentally praying for himself. Ask them what in the hell they have done to my mansion. They roared while glaring at the girl who cried in pain. Sir, this Lady Lee came to see you, but we told her you are not here. But she did not listen, a maid said hesitantly. Yes, sir. Then Lady Cha came and they both started fighting for saying you are going to marry her. Another maid told them about how this all happened. Ah, what the hell? Sat on his throne, rubbing his forehead. Who the fuck told you that I will marry you, bitch? But no reply came. He only get the loud sobbing of all. Sir, I think you should let them go. You have made some deal with their fathers. Jimin hesitantly advised. Taehyung raised his eyebrow at him and smirked. Okay, they can go, but their parents have to pay. Now get lost before I take your life, he roared while looking at them. Everyone left from there in fear and pain. Jimin, what should I do? This happened again. Why can't I have some peace, man? Sir, should I give you an advice? Tell me, but if it's not good, then you have to pay for your stupid idea. No, no, sir, I will not speak a word. Haha, I'm just kidding, Jimin. Just speak. Sir, why don't you marry someone? I mean, if someone is here to control situations like this, then you will be stress free. Also, sir, everyone is talking about your masculinity because neither you have a partner. Who the hell spoke about me? Tell me the name Jimin. They stood up, towering Jimin in anger. No, no, sir, don't take it wrong, please, sir. I really don't know their names. So, please, sir, I suggest to marry. You are right, Jimin. So, whom should I marry? Sir, there are many proposals from your business partners. Jimin. No, Jimin, no, I don't trust them at all. Find someone away from all this. Someone beautiful. Someone harmless. Someone innocent. Good, Jimin, good. So start the mission, wifey. They declared and made his way upstairs to his room. But then he turned. But remember, I am giving you just 1 week time, Jimin. 1 week. Listening to this, Jimin fainted on the floor, but when nobody came to him, he stood up after 5 minutes, wiping his non existent sweat. I am doomed. How will I find such a person in 1 week for this devil? At night, Jimin shared a notice on the Kim Company website about requiring an assistant, and there is no degrees required. Only age limit should be 20 to 25 years. Now I am fully prepared, thinking that Jimin slept peacefully because hopefully tomorrow there will be many candidates who will be there to do anything for Kim's. Yeah, are you an Cinderella? What do you mean? You will cook, clean, fuck with boss. Sir is a mafia leader, not any normal employee. And do you even have any idea how big the house is? You will take 1 month to clean only ground floor, stupid. Jimin shouted on the girl who crouched more in her seat, scared. Jimin had thought that he will ask some basic questions to the people to select who is qualified to marry with Taehyung, but from last 7 days, a hundred of idiots had came only. Now he is dilemma. What should he do? The answer he got made him want to dig his own grave because if he did not find any suitable person for Taehyung, then Tae himself will send Jimin to heaven. Poor him, don't want to die so soon. What should I do? Should I run away? Nope. Should I hide somewhere? Should I take some more time? Worst idea, Jimin. So, he screamed, frustrated, pulling his ears, but then the time stilled. An angel, he uttered, seeing the frozen figure in front of him. Selected. He shouted out. Really? A confused Jungkook asked. No, sit down first. I have to ask some questions. Jimin gestured to the chair and watched Jungkook taking the seat so modestly. Beauty, check. When Jimin said, Jungkook sat down. Smile, check. When Jungkook introduced himself. Loyalty, check. When Jungkook did not show any greedy expression after listening that he will have to marry Taehyung. In return, he will get so much money. Jungkook rejected the offer, saying he will do any work in the office with a reasonable salary only. Innocence check when he said that he will have to marry Taehyung only or else he will have to face Taehyung's anger. So Koo scaredly nodded and Jimin smirking said that he will have to stay in Taehyung's room. Then he asked, then where will Taehyung stay? Perfect. Jimin patted his shoulders after finding the perfect candidate. Now he is relieved or else he will have to face the angry tiger aka Kim Taehyung. Now Jungkook, you have to pack your things and stay in the mansion from tomorrow. I will send a car for you, so be ready. The terms and conditions in this page. So go and enjoy your single life tonight. Cheerfully, Jimin picked his office bag happily and made his way to Taehyung. After Jimin left, Jungkook scolded himself. His fate for throwing him in the dangerous situation. He's just a poor boy who has no one in the world. The two-room flat in which he lives, he shares that with his friend with little salary he got. He lives with that, but now due to a rude, arrogant bastard. Now left with nothing, he searched for job everywhere, but having no higher education, he did not get any. Instead, some suggested to spend night with them for money, which made him lost hope and getting a job in Kim's company was his last option. Due to that, he managed to meet Jimin somehow, but he did not expect it. Such a situation will happen to him, and now he has to marry the most weird person, Kim Tae-hyung. I will definitely faint just by meeting him. Wiping his sweat, he stood up to leave to his place so that he can start packing his clothes. Next morning, but Jungkook's whole parade last night failed. He wished that maybe Taehyung will reject him after seeing his ugly picture. But here is two big bulky bodyguards standing in front of him to pick his things to deliver to Kim Mansion while making sure Jungkook safely reached there too. Now following them with his backpack on his shoulders, the driver opened the gate and Jungkook with his fluffy flushed cheeks for the first time sat in such car. As soon as he stepped down the floor started falling on him like raindrops and all the staff bowed to him all the way inside. Welcome to your new home, little sir. Hyung, what is all this? Why don't you like it? A deep voice startled Jungkook as he turned to find the owner of the voice and there sat Kim Tae-hyung. But Jungkook did not expect the Mafia boss to be this handsome young. Instead, he thought him to be an old man with big tummy. Taehyung liked Jungkook's picture at his first glance. He also got excited to welcome Jungkook, so he prepared this grand gesture to impress Jungkook by Jimin's advice, as it will make Jungkook feel homey. And the moment JK entered, Taehyung could not stop staring at him, but the boy did not even glance at him, instead talked to Jimin. He mentally decided to give Jimin extra work today so that he will not have time to chatting with Jungkook. Hello sir, Jungkook suddenly bowed to Taehyung, making him come out of his data land of thoughts. What? Stand up straight, Tae said shocked, but as usual his voice came out rough, making Jungkook flinch, and stepped back with wide eyes. I mean, Jimin will show you the room, I have some work, so I will meet you later, Tae said gently this time, and moved to the stairs. Jimin followed him, gesturing towards Jungkook, who also followed him. Jimin entered Taehyung's room and stepped inside. Jungkook followed him but stopped by Tae. Wait, what do you like? Tae asked, stopping Jungkook instead of going to his home office. Hmm? Jungkook tilted his head confused. I mean, whatever your food preferences are, tell Jimin. He will order maids to prepare your favorite. Tae tried to speak gently but his voice came out rough. Okay, sir. Also make sure you finish the food. You look so thin. They turned around and entered inside his office. So, Jungkook stared at his back, and when Tae was out of the sight, he stepped inside the massive room. He never in his dreams thought that he will live in such luxurious, spacious room. Jungkook felt asleep after Jimin gave him whole room tour, insisted him to have lunch before he left. But Jungkook felt weird eating alone, so Jimin accompanied with. He slowly opened his eyes, hearing some noises in the room, which led him to sit up on the bed in shock because Mafia leader himself is in the room alone with him, shirtless. So, you woke up. They turned, feeling eyes on himself, smiled to him, and continued arranging Koo's clothes inside his closet. Jungkook nodded, but then stood up and reached near Taehyung and snatched his backpack from him fastly. Do not touch my things. Taehyung pulled his cold look back and stared at him silently. Jimin thought to help Jungkook adjust in my life so that he will like me, but it turns out wrong. I will not leave this Jimin. Tae started deciding ways to punish Jimin in his mind. Jungkook froze after realizing what he did when he looked at Tae's blank face. Well, he hit me? Oh, not stupid me. What was the need of acting like this? Koo scolded himself. Suddenly, the bag fell from Jungkook's hand, and Koo, precious pink bunny, fell down with others. Jungkook's cheeks burned as he looked at Tae, who also looked at him. I mean to say that they have my personal things. I will arrange them myself. Sorry, Jungkook ran towards bathroom, picking his bag from the floor, shouting. So, staring at the closed door, they realized what just happened. So it meant Jungkook was not angry at him. It's just his personal clothes. That's why he behaved like that. He rubbed his reddened ear tips shyly, thinking about the cute pink bunny. Stop, they stop. You are an adult and still got flustered by seeing a panty. So, Jungkook calmed his racing heart and looked at mirror to see his flushed cheeks as he washed his face. But no, his cheeks still remained red because of the incident, also because of the six-pack abs. Yes, he just saw the mafia's bare chest and abs accidentally. He is so hot, but why did he choose me if he thinks I am ugly? As he remembered. So, thanks bunnies, he is not here, Jungkook whispered to himself after finding the room empty. So he pulled a new t-shirt and removed his tight top and wore it over. Wow, what a view, they said from behind with a glass of wine in his hand, watching Jungkook from his minibar. Jungkook turned around like a deer caught in headlights as his eyes met Tae's, who smirked snugly at him. You are here, but I thought you left, Jungkook whispered, falling on the bed, embarrassed. Oh, if I left, then I would have missed this much sexy scene, they whispered with dark eyes as he stepped closer to bed, lifting Koo's chin. Jungkook froze, feeling Tae so closer to himself, their lips almost touching with his own. He looked here and there, avoiding Tae as his heartbeat increased so much that he is sure Tae can hear him. Koo, by the way, do you read all the terms and conditions? You agree to them, right? Also, check, I have transferred $1 million to your account, they said, sitting beside him on the bed. What? Jungkook picked up his phone from side table and checked his account to see such a big amount of money in his account for the first time. But what was the need? Jungkook said. Because it was what I promised, right? You needed money. And don't worry, from now on, I will be always there for whatever you want, they said, placing his hand on Jungkook's, caressing it slowly. Jungkook looked at their hands, thinking that how can he be so sweet? Isn't he restless, cruel, dangerous? Yes, I agree to the terms you wanted, sir. Taehyung, you can call me by my name. Stop calling me sir. Now, let's go for dinner. Downstairs, they said. After dinner, Jungkook entered inside to change his night dress as he used to wear his sleeveless crop top and shorts to sleep comfortably. Koo, what happened? Are you fine? They knocked on the door as Jungkook took so long to come out. Meanwhile, they sat on the bed as door creaked to open, remembering the scene of Jungkook changing when he stood bare in front of him. His soft, appeared so appealing to him that he just wanted to grab them in his palm. Soon Jungkook entered inside. His soft bare feet padded on the floor as he made his way towards the bed. Nervously, he glanced at Tae, who was staring at him. Hyung, Hyung, where should I sleep? He called Tae, who was lost after hearing Hyung word from Jungkook's mouth. So, oh, you can sleep on the bed. I sleep on right side. They informed him before grabbing his nightwear, moving towards bathroom urgently. Well, Koo's beauty had left such effect on the mafia that his junior is ready to jump, so he escaped from there, or else Koo will be. After turning on the cold shower in the mild winter, he stood there, wanting the heat of his body to be out, but gaining no relief. He groaned in pleasure, closing his eyes, thinking about the soft, bubbly Jungkook and pressing his face. So, when they entered the room, he found Jungkook lying on the bed, wrapped completely in blanket. Only his soft hairs are out. Jungkook pretended to sleep when they entered, but what he did not know that he cannot hide from the mafia boss because they immediately found out who is awake just by noticing his fast breath. They smiled, closing his eyes, but the small figure beside him wriggled around, and due to the movements and his extra sensitive hearing, did not let him sleep. So he waited until Jungkook fell asleep. Yummy, yummy. Koo's tum-tum full. Jungkook huffed out in sleep as he pressed his face more into Taehyung's bare chest, wrapping his arm around him. Tae's hand curled into fist, feeling Jungkook's touch on his chest. His breathing increased suddenly. He moved his hand toward Koo's head. Then a sudden knock on the door disturbed him, so he got up silently to check who's there. But it was an emergency of work with foreign partner, so he closed the door behind. Jungkook opened his eyes slowly, feeling lazy. The bed below him is so comfortable, like it's made of cotton candy, and the mild, woody fragrance in the room. He moved towards bathroom to get ready for the day, and then stepped downstairs, feeling hungry, with a cute pout. As he finished his breakfast, Jimin appeared in front of him and started talking non-stop about how he have to start getting ready. Ah, please forgive me, sir. Please, I am sorry, so sorry. The loud screaming of a mid-aged lady can be heard in the living room. Never, you stupid bitch. What do you think you are? Daring to question my husband's authority and will live from here happily? He heard her bitching about Jungkook when he was choosing a dress for their marriage. Jungkook listened it, but stood silent, feeling hurt. But the sad look of his cute face made Taehyung resistant. Now Jungkook is in their soundproof room after their wedding, as he was tired. But they waited because he doesn't want Jungkook to fear him. Then they stood up, moving to their room as husband of Jungkook. His heartbeat is racing as he stood nervously in front of the door from past 5 minutes. They entered inside to find Jungkook sitting on the bed with a glass of juice in his hands. He was sipping slowly, but seeing Tae, he froze in middle, lips ready to suck. Koo panicked in his mind. Oh no no no, he is here. My husband, the most heartless. Mafia, what now? Will he expect things from me on our wedding night? What should I do? Jungkook, Koo, Koo, they said a little loudly as he sat on the bed in front of Jungkook to bring him back from his thoughts. He was now shirtless, as preferred to sleep. So, Koo asked, looking at him, finish your juice, I have to talk to you. Jungkook finished the whole glass in one sip as they stared at him. One drop traveled down from his lush pink lips to his chin to slowly on the top part of his chest inside the dress, and Tae's eyes traveled down with the drop of juice. Jungkook fastly crossed his hands in front of him, protecting himself as Tae's hand rested on his fluffy pink cheeks. Don't bite, it's distracting. Can I kiss you? He asked after not able to resist Jungkook so close to him. Jungkook's gaze flickered in hesitation, but he nodded his head slowly. They, not able to control, pulled him closer by his nape and captured his cute little lips with his big rough honey-like sweet, he thought, and Jungkook looked shocked when they parted. He opened his eyes to say something, but he was not able to say anything at all. Looking at his condition, they decided to go easy on him. You should get changed, they said as he stood up to move towards his side of bed. Jungkook nodded. He moved towards bathroom with his heavy dress. When Jungkook came back, they was resting on the bed with one hand behind his head, other scrolling his mobile. Come, they patted beside him, so Jungkook laid down slowly. They turned to him and made Jungkook lay his head on his one arm and pecked Koo's forehead. Jungkook closed his eyes, trying to sleep, feeling the Mafia boss so close to himself. They, motionless without any movement, and decided to let they do whatever he wants, as he is now his husband. They wanted to do so much, but control himself, looking at the scared Jungkook. He does not want to force anything on his little Jungkook. So he cuddled Jungkook and slept with him in his arms, peacefully, with a happy smile, thinking about their future together. How he will love Jungkook at nights. How he will give him gifts to see his precious smile. Sneak peek of bonus part. But he did not know how his life is going to change so soon, and he will have to hide with Jimin's help to save himself. The end. Wait for bonus part. Until then, watch next one shot. Bye guys.